so. What son of a gun? Pay for all I've couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, then get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king. I told you, hop in and let the journey begin.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Right ahead, the NFL playoffs begin here on this Saturday afternoon. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go from Arrowhead. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Throwing right away on the game's first play. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. The joke to the tight end is the one in motion. Here's a first carry for their running back. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Fight on these two. There's a little hanging.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brings up 2nd and
9. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Yellow. Right.
Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He'll find his receiver, that's Jalen Royal. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete to go for the RPO and not connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. Once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it, breaking it up.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. And he steps into this one, gets up a big kick, angled for the sideline. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return.
Ready. Black. 95. Hut.
Time starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
3rd and 10.
Here we go. 30.
He'll drop to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Yellow! I got blue lady!
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end there, but let him shoot far. That's an incompletion.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yellow!
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6.
Out
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready. Put.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and 6.
Black 40. Fight. 97.
They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Once again, it's Pacheco. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Yellow.
One quarter in the books in round one of these AFC playoffs. 0-0 is the score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Now, Mahomes. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
It is 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Now, Mahomes. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This is taken at his own 30. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. 16 red, 22 needle.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. it just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll look to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So these screenplays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Ready.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready. Start.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short game. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8.
Blue 32.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
Ready? Ready. Hut, hut.
Oh, and now movement up front, trying to get the defense to jump. One of the offensive linemen moved instead. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Browns will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. and it'll set up second down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
Second and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Devontae Wyatt in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
It's gonna be quick. Oh, you made them in the jail before? Whoa, you know them up and catch you run with. Get done with. Jump quick. You gonna broke the dog with some bump. They go to click. Now run, all over some jump. Ain't that something?
Mahomes back. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's out wide to Jenkins. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about.
Ready, set. Trouble, 38. Ready.
To the air now on first and 10. Forced to his right. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
60 red.
He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tank Dell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down.
Ready. 50. Green.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
A 48 8-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This will be returnable from his own 15. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, finds down. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Shot. 7 down. 45. Wide. Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Set.
He's got Dell for that one.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
52 plus.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Cover,
At their
38.
48-yard line.
Field, black. Set.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. First down throw there is incomplete.
Well, it's a great example of why the premium players in this league on defense, Mike, they're the guys that impact the passing game, whether that's defensive backs or guys that can defend at a high level, but especially pass rushers, because even though he doesn't get the sack, it's the pressure that leads to the bad throw that leads to the incompletion.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. I'll go blue.
On second down, Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's their punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Yellow.
Mahomes now on second down. Open man is Royals. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. 22 yards, the pickup there. And the Chiefs have a first down.
First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
Virginia, I just saw my latest.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
You talk about your quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
It is 3rd and long.
Yellow. 180.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Ready.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
A give now to Judkins on the zone read. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Left side, he's got the Njoku. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds.
Yellow. 180.
First down throw, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the guard, Dalton Reisner. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Hold on these two. Hold on these two.
On the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
16-yard line. Brings up third down.
Third and a long way to go. To throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go. Here we go. 33. Yellow. Hey.
The drive will start on the ground. He gets free. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Browns are out to a 10-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes on first down. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
17 yards.
That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Here's Mahomes. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Mahomes back. It's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
3rd, they need 8. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Now, Mahomes. Moving outside the pocket, and that is incomplete.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. For this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 30, just put.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
50, green. Red, yellow. Set,
a run, and here comes Judkins. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Ready. Let's go. Black, 95. Ready, go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
7-yard line.
Up beyond the 15-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First and 10.
So anytime you find yourself in a backed-up situation like this, Mike, there's two goals. You want to pick up 2 first downs, and then after that, of course, you want to go down and score. So first objective is complete. Let's see if they can pick up another.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's first and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Throwing is Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
15.
Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Red, 38. Hut.
On the give, it's Judkins. They'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Yellow, 43.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Ready. 52 Bulls. Set, Hunt.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Cleveland.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's running game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, Marvel pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, not you. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a Ibiza.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas with at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper.